Why is praise important? It meets a fundamental human need. Every human being needs praise. No matter whether you're aware of it or not. Your people don't only read what you write and hear what you say, most importantly, they see what you do. You are the role model for them. You are their leader. Be aware of it. Don't worry to make little mistakes, that happens, but be aware. You are the leadership role model. You set the tone. I still vividly remember the day that I took over my first leadership responsibility, and I made a couple of mistakes that I'm going to share with you right now. So I was a marketing manager, and I was in a big room with about 20 assistants. And as of today, I'm suddenly a brand manager, responsible for a sizable business and 6 people, most of whom have been my peers until the day before. And while the business worked well and we were successful in year 1, in hindsight, I learned my first lesson about how not to do it. Because one of the things that in hindsight I didn't do well enough was I behaved like a hen. Well intended, but not helpful. I was sitting on my assistants. I was trying to engage deeply with them. And I was still engaged way too much and way too deeply. So one of the suggestions I have for you is make sure you really internalize that switch from being a manager to becoming a leader who helps others manage work and manage projects well. The think, feel, do frame. So this first column represents where your boss is regarding a certain objective before the conversation you have with him. And the second column represents the state you want to achieve after the conversation, after you have led your boss from A to B. And it's divided into 3 lines: think, feel, and do. Let's take an example. Let's assume you are responsible for innovation in your company. And you have tested an innovation in country A, and in fact it failed. But you're convinced that in country B, when you apply the learnings from the test appropriately, that you can make the same innovation with a few little tweaks, you can make it work in country B. And it's in fact one of the best investment opportunities in your company. So how does this work? Please print out of the LEITWOLF library the outline for using conflict effectively. Think about an either existing, current, or upcoming situation where you will need it, or maybe review a previous experience where you went through conflict. And assess how well you've done it. Prepare yourself for the upcoming conversation, use the tips and use the outline. And then practice it, either with one of your colleagues, or use your smartphone, put it on, videotape yourself, and practice how to apply these tips in using conflict effectively. And you are helped to grow your confidence, to sharpen your body language, to use sharper words and better voice, to have a stronger impact on others when you present. So maybe you invest, and then maybe you help, you endorse, and you make sure that that individual gets out of the comfort zone and gets onto that stage where nothing else will happen than just learning and fun.